Nec Ultima Verba.
There's a new wave of people who are trying to make Halloween a big thing in Australia.
Yup.
And I hate it. I don't...
Yeah, I know.
Sure, like, at the basic intrinsic level. Oh, yeah, it's more candy, kids go out and have fun. Fuck off. I'm sorry, but you're making other people pay for your children's candy? I'm sorry, what? That is the most lazy-ass buttfuck backwards shit I've ever seen.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast, rated 3 motion fans out of 4 inflatable T-Rexes. My name is Callan.
And my name is Brandon.
And go the Mets! And other sports ball stuff.
Go the Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls, they're doing brilliant. Let's go, Buffalo.
Eshay and so
Yo.
forth.
The Rugs.
Okay, no. We can't already ruin it like this. It's not even been a minute yet.
Look, we tried.
We tried, but first and foremost, as you might have noticed, Reggie is not here again. It's because she got kidnapped by a bear, and that is that.
It was rather distraughtful.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she was drugged by the bear, apparently.
More than drugged.
Oof.
Kidnapped and drugged.
At the same time.
No. Well, yes, that makes sense. You know what? It doesn't really matter. She'll be back next week.
She will be back
I'm going to keep
next
saying
week.
that. We're going to keep saying that.
Don't jinx it. I think we've just jinxed it. Uh-oh.
Yep.
It's going to be the Callan and Brandon podcast until the end of time. Let's go, baby. 100 more seasons. Woo!
Yeah,
never ending. Till the end.
stuff.
Forever.
Yeah, Pokemon
Yeah.
every single week.
Pokemon
Let's
every
go.
week. That's what people are here for. Any Last Words podcast? Nah, fuck that. Any Pokemon News Goes podcast.
Wow, that was genius. I loved every bit of that.
It
sentence you
was.
said.
It was very genius. Thank you for noticing.
I completely agree with you, Callan.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, intrinsically, as part of our puberty. That's it. Puberty. We're going through puberty.
Yeah.
Anyways, how are you, Callan? How's your week been?
You know what? My week has been absolutely brilliant. It has been a week. It started on a Monday, and it's so far made its way up to a Thursday.
Wow.
And then the rest of it is yet to come.
Oh my god.
It's pretty insane, I know.
Well, let me tell you, my week started on a Sunday, so get wrecked, scrub.
Oh, shit.
I know. And more than that, it came up until Thursday, which is today apparently.
Whew.
So, you know.
Damn.
But more than that, Halloween has come and gone, and that
Oh, it
means
has.
nothing to us because
It
we're
really
in
doesn't.
Australia, and Halloween isn't really a thing here. So
You know what irritates me, though? There's a new wave of people who are trying to make Halloween a big thing in Australia.
Yup.
And I hate it. I don't want that.
Don't
Like,
think anyone does. Yeah, I know.
Sure, like, at the basic intrinsic level. Oh, yeah, it's more candy, kids go out and have fun. Fuck off. That is the most... I'm sorry, but you're making other people pay for your children's candy? I'm sorry, what? That is the most lazy-ass buttfuck backwards shit I've ever seen. At most, maybe I'd be happy with, like, dressing up for Halloween or some shit, like having a party. That's fine. But, like, the whole trick-or-treating aesthetic, just, like, the whole idea of celebrating it is irritating. You can have a party whenever you want. Okay, just don't make a big thing out of it. Not to mention, it feels too American for me.
I know, right? And that whole idea of trick-or-treating, like, why give the option of a trick if it's pretty much illegal to punch a child, right?
Exactly.
You know?
Why is the option there? If I TP someone's house, I'm going to get arrested.
But
You
in
know?
all seriousness, has the trick ever meant to, has that ever been a thing?
I imagine it has, because there's always going to be that one person. But I feel like it's just another one of those American high school drama things that gets blown over.
Yeah. Oh, God,
Like,
ugh. The whole idea of prom and homecoming, like, Watching American TV shows growing up really messed up my view of what high school would be like. I fully expected to be pushed up against a locker at some stage and thrown to the ground. That was my expectation.
Damn.
Yeah, we didn't even use our lockers in high school.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I just carried everything in my bag.
Exactly. Like, there's no point to having a locker, really, when you can just have it all in your bag.
Exactly. Just carry around 20 kilos of books on your back every day.
Yeah, you get
Problem
a strong
solved.
back, broad shoulders.
I've got both of those, so...
Exactly.
It's
more exercise, it's convenient.
I'm about to sneeze.
Oh.
Or is it going to be one of those sneezes that never comes?
If you sneeze, do it into the microphone and in post auto-tune it. It's going to be really funny. Okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Go.
I think it's gone.
God damn it, Callan. Okay.
It's shoe.
Well, that was the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my entire life. God.
I'm sure you've heard more pathetic.
Oh, yeah. I sneezed once and hit my head against the table, so...
Yeah,
I didn't hear it, but it hurt.
You were present, and it hurt.
Oh, yeah, no. I'll tell you something that's way more pathetic.
Oh, go for it.
My beard. My beard. Right.
Oh, I wasn't going to point it out, but like...
No. It's okay. I haven't shaved in a very long time, and it's not going well. I thought it would, being...
You work at Macca's. How do they let you come in with that? Then again, it's Macca's. I just answered the question for myself.
Yeah, pretty much. And the masks, I guess, cover it mostly.
This is also true.
Plus, most of it's under the chin. It's not...
Yeah.
I thought being half Lebanese would grant me the power to grow a mighty beard.
I'm impressed that you can even grow a beard in the first place, despite your Asian heritage.
I know. Well, I mean, it's like parts of my face have a bit of the Asian blood in it. It's just preventing those parts of the face from...
Patchiness is usually an issue for most people.
Yeah, definitely. But that's something real pathetic, I would have to say.
Oh well. It's okay, we all have issues. My moustache doesn't connect to my beard that well.
No, yeah. In this very blurry image I've got of you right now, it's it doesn't connect at all. It's like it gets cut off. Don't worry about it though. I don't even have...
Yeah, no, that doesn't help at all. That's slightly better. No, it's not.
Dude, it's like you got 2 legs coming out of your chin.
It's it's crazy. I got a lot of bottom growth. Everything else is perfectly fine. Like as in the bottom of my face.
Right. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Just clarifying for the audience, the audio listeners.
Although I am dummy thick, and I keep alerting the guards.
Damn.
That is also an issue I experience.
Hey, you know what? More power to you. It's a distraction ultimately, right? You know?
Yeah, but I'm trying to sneak past the guards.
Oh.
And the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards.
I didn't want to say it. God damn. Oh my god.
I'm too dummy thick.
This is what happens when we don't have a manager.
This is exactly what happens when Reggie doesn't turn up. We haven't even started on a topic yet. We're almost 10 minutes into this, a quarter of the way into the episode. We haven't started.
Oh my god. Okay, we should probably start now. All
We
right.
probably should.
Well,
This is the start. What do you want of it?
Okay, speaking of being dummy thick, Pokemon Unite is an interesting game.
See, this is interesting because it's one of the few Pokemon things that I don't know if we wildly so, but we do disagree on this to the degree where only one of us will actually ever play it.
Yep. Okay, well, I'll go first then.
You can go for it.
We'll get the negatives out of the way.
We will. You think I won't be saying negatives?
Well, your negatives are more so about the people, though, I'm assuming, right?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Everything's negative. I'm a Nelly negative. But do go on.
Okay, well, basically, Pokemon Unite's kind of a scam, in my opinion. Or just in general, most MOBAs, I think, are kind of scams. I think the whole idea of, purchasing microtransactions kind of defeats the purpose of a game. Games to have fun, and if you have to buy the entertainment again and again and again, then it just seems a bit pointless and a waste of your time and money if you can't just earn it, And not to mention, I saw recently that they released a skin that cost like $40 American, which,
It was hefty. It is hefty.
Yeah.
I've got a second skin that price now, actually.
My God. See, yeah, I just don't see how that's great at all because it's basically just glorified gambling. You know, not even glorified. It is just gambling.
I mean, the aspects that we're aiming for here, like, there's not that much gambling. I mean, let's talk about skins first, I suppose.
Mm.
So, like, they've got a decent variety of skins, kinda, not really. And a lot of there's a couple of these skins where you can roll it in the gacha, but there's only like 3 skins you can get in the gacha.
Right.
You also can't buy those, and that gacha you get from passively like playing the game. You get like a certain amount of rolls per week. I will note though, I've been playing since day one. I've only gotten one skin. It was the Snorlax berry skin, and I re-rolled it because I don't have Snorlax. But I know people who get like multiple skins a day. Someone today, they got the Garchomp skin, which I've been wanting. I would kill someone for that skin.
Wow.
And the Talonflame skin within a couple hours of each other today. And they got that Garchomp skin for the second time, either way.
Damn.
But yes, a lot of these skins you can either only get from like grinding the game, or you can only get by buying them. And really, it's only a cosmetic aspect, I suppose. And
okay, well, that actually, just real quick, because I did hear as well. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this, but
do go for it.
Apparently, there is like in-game benefits to like some of these microtransactions.
This was an issue at the beginning of the game because essentially how Pokemon Unite works is like you bring a Pokemon into an arena and you give them 3 held items, which you can level up using item enhancers. And back in the day, it was really fucking hard to get your hand on these item enhancers.
Back in the day, 2 months ago?
Back in the day, 2 months ago. Like, you need what? Like 1,000 item enhancers to get one to level 20?
Right.
Which was like the bare minimum for really good competitive play. And back then, that was kind of like impossible.
Right, yeah.
But it wasn't that big of an issue. Like, just for reference, an item like the Muscle Band, that'll give that item, which is one of the best items in the game, it'll give you about 7.5% bonus attack speed to your basic attacks, for example.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, like, is significant, but also not outrageous. So, for a casual player, that doesn't mean anything, really. But like, if you're playing really competitively, that can give you an edge. But now they've made item enhancers really accessible, and they've also got super item enhancers, which they give to everyone for free, and you can't buy them. So like, I feel like that aspect of the game isn't really a thing anymore.
Okay, well, that's good to hear that.
So yeah, they fixed that, which is one thing I like about Pokemon Unite and Tencent. Like, they kind of listened and did something about it. Because it was a prevalent issue at the beginning. I will give you that.
Right.
Like, you could just drop a couple $100 in the game and just have the best items right off the bat, and everyone else would have to grind for like another 2 months, which didn't have to happen anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
that's better than, I guess.
This is true.
That's what I was expecting, but yeah, I don't know. I think just microtransactions in general, I've never been a big fan of it. I just prefer having a whole game as one package, something that you can.
This is fair. One thing I will say is that, from what I've heard from a lot of people who play other MOBAs, they're like $40 for a skin for like the whole character is honestly kind of okay compared to like a lot of other games where like you would pay $80 for a knife skin in like CS:GO or something.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's not even your whole character skin. That's a fucking knife.
Yeah.
Which isn't even your primary weapon. Like, you know, expensive knife is a bit of a flex.
I mean, CS:GO's basically it's kind of like an investment sort of game now, isn't it?
Apparently, like that's all gambling and shit at this point, and then reselling skins.
Yeah,
you literally can. It's kind of crazy.
I feel like that's the only reason why people still play that game, but yeah.
I'm sure some people still find it fun.
Some
probably not.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I think when it comes to like actually purchasing Pokemon, which is like the competitive aspect, like that's kind of what we're getting into, because like really, who gives a crap about cosmetics, really? Like that doesn't really add anything to the game. I guess like those kind of purchases are kind of fine. Like if you're gonna drop that kind of money, sure, whatever. Doesn't impact the game at all.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to purchasing Pokemon, strictly speaking, you're not going to be able to buy all of them if you're strictly free to play. Off the bat, like it will take you a while to grind them. It's become pretty easy, not to mention they give you quite a lot for free. They literally give you some of the best Pokemon in the game for free.
Right.
Like Venusaur, Cinderace, Zeraora, Greninja, Crustle, Slowbro, Alolan Ninetales. They give you like 7 characters for free just for playing the game in addition to your starter, which is 8. So that's a roster of 8 Pokemon already, and you haven't paid a single dollar or used any in-game currency. And like 4 of them, some of them as meta-heavy Pokemon in existence. So it's not horrible. And strictly speaking, as long as like no one really wants to play every single Pokemon, I'm going to be clear about that, because like I feel like a lot of people are going to walk into this game and they're going to want to get their favorites. They're going to want to get their Garchomp and Gengar, and they're happy with that. They're going to want to like practice with their favorites really hard. Then not everyone's out there to play everything, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
I get like this isn't strictly the same thing, but like in unranked, it does have a free rotation. Like it'll go through the entire roster of Pokemon, right. So like, you can just use them for free, just not in a competitive scenario.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Which is close enough. Like it's also good for like trialing out a Pokemon before you buy it.
Okay.
Like say that you really like Garchomp, but you hear that people say that he's dog shit because he is, which is sad. It's actually depressing. He was the first Pokemon I bought. He's the worst Pokemon in the game.
Oh, but he looks so cool, though.
He does, and he's got all the great skins, which I still can't get. Mm-hmm. Anyways, you could wait for him to come on free rotation, try him out, realize, hey, he's dog shit, and I'm bad at this game, so I shouldn't pay 10,000 in-game currency.
Yeah, I guess ultimately maybe the biggest problem is just the audience. Like,
it's true.
Most of them probably being kids, because Pokemon is ultimately geared towards children.
This is true, and it's a free game as well, so like
makes it even
kids are gonna jump on there. That is an issue.
But at the same time, then, as with most issues like this relating to children, it kind of comes down to the parents and what they let their child do. If they give their child their credit card, then
I mean, hey, if your kid spends $40 on a Lucario skin, I'm just saying, but he might be a furry, and you've got bigger issues down the line.
Oh, yeah.
Because fursuits, those are expensive.
Yeah. Lucario's a bit problematic, because it's design. Oh god, I've seen weird things about Lucario.
Pokemon fans are crazy.
Yeah, and the whole thing around Gardevoir, right?
Unfortunately.
I mean, I don't really...
Which is also in the game and rather horrible, competitively.
There you go. But more so just internet-wise, I get that Gardevoir is, a feminine-looking Pokemon.
But, come on, people, how down bad are you?
Does it... there are humans in the Pokemon universe.
I mean, it doesn't help that the games themselves lend to this sort of thing. I'm pretty sure this was translated it was written over when it was translated into English and whatnot. But there's a book somewhere in one of the classic series, which is people in Pokemon used to marry. There was no distinguishment between people and Pokemon, and you get into the comics and it's people and Pokemon are fusing. It's trainers fusing with their Gardevoirs and their Zekroms and shit.
Yeah.
And it's cool, yeah, whatever. Stop it. Stop giving them ammunition.
God, and then,
It's funny. It's just people take it too far.
Yeah, what's the evolution of Veneering?
Lopunny.
Yeah.
It's fucking rabbit people.
I mean, Yeah, but also the design. I mean, come on.
It's
what?
just a rabbit, Brandon. People took it too far. It's just a tall, slender rabbit that can punch and it has pom-poms.
You know, it's literally the same thing as Lola Bunny in Space Jam. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah, no.
exactly what it is.
Except they went the other direction with the Mega.
I forget what the Mega looks like. It's been a while, but yeah.
I don't fucking know. It's taller. I don't fucking. It's got black leggings, I suppose. People are into that, I guess.
Oh, God. Oh, like yoga pants?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my God.
How's the cake?
The cake.
Yeah.
I have cake now. It's pretty good.
He's got cake. Magically, it just appeared.
Yep, I made it happen.
He did.
It's
He reared back his hand, and there it was.
Oh yes, it's a nice cheesecake with some chocolates filling and stuff.
We love cheesecake.
Oh yes.
It's good for people with egg allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egg allergies, Scott. That's a thing.
Imagine that.
Mm.
I'd kill myself. Not really. I know people with egg allergies. I shouldn't say that, but I will anyways.
Yeah. No, but ultimately with the whole Pokemon Unite thing, as long as they, I hope Nintendo just doesn't go down this road, where they start making everything into microtransactions.
See, I think the main issue with Pokemon Unite is that is the same with all the other Pokemon games, in that it's simultaneously it's like trying to appease to a child audience at the same time as a not child audience.
Yeah.
So like this is a MOBA, which is a fairly like mature kind of game genre. Like you don't see children on League of Legends, or at least you do, but like they don't tend to move beyond bot matches.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's be strict here. Like they're not climbing. Meanwhile, in Pokemon Unite, like the game, despite being a MOBA, has just warped the genre, like the game style, to the point where it's almost appeasing to children in just the worst way possible. Yeah. Matchmaking is absolute dog shit because there is no matchmaking.
Yeah.
Like it barely tries, and it could get like you could be the highest rank of play in the game at like master rank, and you could still get people with no idea how to play the game. Like that's just horrible for the health of the game. And it also, there's like no transparency until you ask for it. Like with update, like you go into other MOBAs and like you look at items, you look at Pokemon, you see exact stats, you see all kinds of data, it's everywhere. But Pokemon Unite has just simplified itself to the point where you have to go to third-party resources to find those stats. Like,
damn.
Pokemon Unite's like the official website, the stat pages for their Pokemon, they give them ratings out of stars in different stats. Like, oh, that's not helpful. It's quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at Garchomp is 3.5 stars in endurance. Yeah, whoa. Exactly. It's so useless. And you look at other MOBAs and they're giving you exact numbers for everything, for items, and you're crafting items during the middle of battle, and you're doing all kinds of stuff. Pokemon Unite's just oversimplified. It's too childish. Like there should be in-game settings for it to have like, the in-game GUI and everything toned up.
Yeah.
Because, like, sure, they got to appeal to a child audience, but I think children can understand numbers. I don't think they have to have a star fucking rating.
I mean, if children manage to figure out Braille for the Reggies in Pokemon Emerald and that, I'm sure they can figure out.
This is just an overall pattern. Like, we're babying people now. Pokemon games back in the day, you had to like wait for the game magazine to come around, and then you had to follow tutorials to find all the secrets, and you had to... And if you didn't get those, then you had to find them yourself by pure chance, or... Kids back in the day, we had it rough.
Yeah.
I'm including us now because like we had
Because we can include us. And
exactly.
We will, because we want to feel smarter. than
Damn
we did
straight.
today.
All I'm saying is I know what Fraggle Rock is, and they don't.
As you do.
Exactly. Brendan knows what Fraggle Rock is. Of
Yep.
course. Naturally.
Of course.
Exactly.
Anyways. But no. As long as ultimately Nintendo doesn't go down the EA route, I think we'll be fine.
We'll be fine. Nintendo won't do microtransactions with Pokemon. No.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not like you have to go out of your way to buy like the gift codes and shit for legendaries and whatnot. But I won't mention that.
I mean, it can't get any worse than bloody the Sims. You have to basically
My
buy a
God.
majority of the content.
The Sims. How is there so much that you have to buy for The Sims?
I don't know.
I see people be like, "Oh, $50, please! I need to buy this Sims pack." Like, what?
I know, it's so crazy. I'm pretty sure the main game plus all the DLC is like over $500 at least.
That is insane.
And especially considering, I think the Sims 3 that had pretty much everything with it to begin with. It was just this the Sims 4 that they keep milking. I don't know how they keep getting away with it.
No. Meanwhile, Minecraft, you buy the game once and you have it forever.
Yeah.
Despite all the updates, like I got to buy it back when it was $20. Now it's like 35 or some shit.
I know, right?
Like sure they're up in the price, but you're only going to pay once and then you've got it forever.
And it keeps up free updates with so much content.
Free updates. That is insane.
And it's Minecraft. It's like the biggest game in the world.
Literally.
And then, Terraria, it's the same case there as well.
Exactly.
They keep releasing updates, even though it's like a $15 game, which is insane. And my favorite example is probably Hollow Knight, which is
naturally.
In Australia, at least, it's like $17, but in America, it's $10, which sounds amazing to me, but it's pretty much the exact same through, not inflation. What's it called? Exchange rates.
Exchange rates. This is true.
Yeah, and then they just added on so much additional content with that. It's crazy.
It is.
The creators are Aussie, of course, so
Of course. Haha, represent.
Brag a little bit about that. But
Indeed. We love that, though. You buy the game once, you get the game.
Yep, that's all I've ever wanted.
I can understand, how games, you're exchanging the freedom of having to... It's that sacrifice that you don't have to buy the game when it comes to games with microtransactions, and if you've got the willpower, you'll never have to pay for a single thing.
Yeah.
Games like Pokemon Unite and Genshin Impact, just every mobile game in existence.
I think the worst case I can think of... Now, I might be misremembering this, but Plants vs. Zombies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now...
There were microtransactions in that?
The second one that came out on mobile phones, it got bought out by EA, so they just filled the brim. Yeah. It got filled to the brim with microtransactions.
Oh, that's all you had to say?
It got worse. They did Plants vs. Zombies 3 Garden Warfare.
Oh, no.
And I think you have to buy the base game, and then they've got tons of microtransactions within it. My memory might be failing me there, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
You're not wrong, though, let's be honest. We don't even have to go check. It's EA.
Yeah, and that's really scummy. Not to mention, they did another 3 of those same games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
At least with Skylanders or something,
At least you got a collectible out of it.
At least you got a toy, right?
At least you got a little figurine.
But this, the game stops getting supported one day, people stop playing, you bought that skin for nothing, so,
Exactly.
What's the point?
It's not like an NFT, where when you're done with it, you can sell it. Yeah.
It's rough, buddy.
It's big sad.
Yeah. You know what else is sad? This is really sad, but I had a funny experience at Macca's the other day.
Oh my, we'd love to hear it. Macca's stories with Brandon.
Yeah, this is going to be like 10 seconds long, but basically it was about, I think about 12 p.m. in the afternoon, as it normally is.
As it normally is. At that time in the afternoon.
Yeah, we were all just chilling because it was finally cooling down after a heated breakfast rush, right?
Oof.
And suddenly, out of nowhere, on the screen pops up about, I think it was 15 medium fries and 15 burgers.
Oh no.
And 15 drinks.
Oh my.
And,
It happened.
It happened, and, that's...
You got it. You got the big one.
That's pretty normal, right? Like, you get a bunch of orders in, and then amounts to that. The difference was that this was all for one person.
Yeah.
One person ordered
You
all.
found him. You found the guy in the math equations.
This lady, she came through drive-thru and ordered all of that food. She ordered like 4 different dinner boxes, which was insane.
Oh my.
And God. And she was this tiny little lady, right, super skinny, in her tiny little car, just waiting in the parking area. And I had to carry out like 4 different bags full of food. And she had to like check through each and every one of them to see. Obviously, she was getting it for like, a party or something.
Yeah, naturally. She's providing for something big.
Yeah, it was just funny to imagine that this tiny little person was just eating all of that.
She just sat there in the parking lot, just like going through the bags one by one. She's actually a competitive eater.
It was insane. I've never seen that much food in one person's car before in my entire life. Like, yeah, God.
Which is, I mean, like, really, Macca's?
That too, yeah, but just like...
I'm sure at that point, like, if you're providing for 15 people, that's 15 separate meals. You could find a cheaper alternative. And one that's healthier / tastes better.
Yeah,
I mean, I respect the dedication.
Yeah, no.
Not to mention, she did that solo, right? Like, there was no one helping her with 15 fucking orders.
The only one in the car. And she just took each order one at a time, put them next to her, put them in the back of the car because there was not enough space.
Yeah, I imagine this poor lady.
Yeah, she had to wait. Like...
There was no one to hold the drinks. That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
How did she survive?
I don't know. But yeah, we had to get that out quickly. Like, I think it took us 10 minutes overall, which is pretty good.
That's pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, but the problem was that we had no fries down at the time, we had no burgers ready. It was just all clean, spick and span, and suddenly we have to bust out, like, the equivalent of 4 families' meals, right?
Well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get the fresh stuff at Macca's, jump in right after the breakfast rush.
Yeah.
That's when everything's empty and they got to do it all over again.
That was very correct.
Indeed.
Now,
or you could always just be that cunt and ask for no salt on your chips.
That was so annoying.
Because then you got to get new chips.
We have to get new chips. We've got to get a separate tray to put them on. And then you have to carefully scoop them up, put them into the chips. If you spill it, oh well, you have to get a new batch.
Spaghetti.
It's really annoying. And, like, there's no point anyways because you're still eating chips. I don't know why people think it's going to make them thinner or something. It doesn't.
No, it's because they want fresh chips. That's the secret. Like, you ask for no salt on your chips so that you have to go get a new batch of chips. So they get freshly done chips.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you honestly think people just didn't want salt?
Well, considering that the main demographic has been elderly people, I kind of assumed that it was just,
That's interesting. But then again, like, in my humble opinion, when I become elderly and senile, I'm going to stop giving a fuck and I'm going to keep asking for no salt on my chips and no ice in my drink.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, the no ice thing as well. I haven't seen a single order with that, but I'm pretty sure they just end up pushing out the ones with ice anyways, like...
Yeah.
Because it's a pain to, stop the machine from doing it and readjust it, but yeah. Which I get.
Damn, the machine has to dispense ice for you? Wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, nothing is done by hand. They can't trust us.
Meanwhile, at fucking Domino's, they have to trust the employees with the secret recipe to everything.
My God.
Like, you know how, like, I mean, not just with the pizzas, like, obviously they do the pizzas themselves, like, they have to do all the toppings, etc. Like, Domino's have these milkshakes, or, like, thick shakes, and, like, sure, they've got like, these $20,000, and I did manage to find a quote on this, but, like, the thick shake machines, like, $20,000 each, but they're essentially $20,000 mixes, because to the side of the machines, they've got, like, the flavor powder dispensers and everything, like the malt and the chocolate, etc. And then they've got to manually insert all the liquid ingredients and everything, and then they just chuck it under this $20,000 smoothie maker. It's essentially a $20,000 blender with a Domino's logo on the side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's similar to Macca's, like the grill, the grill for the burgers. They literally just set each patty down, and then they bring this giant press down on top of it, and it does all the work for them. They don't need to touch it; they just need to put it there, and it's done for them, pretty much.
What do you mean you guys aren't using burger
What?
weights? What? You mean they're not authentic smash patties done hand by hand? What?
Sorry, my mistake. No, they are fresh frozen, you know? Yeah.
Fresh frozen? What is this, Kitchen Nightmares?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Oof.
I wonder if Gordon Ramsay's ever eaten from Macca's.
He did a TikTok, like, I mean, he's on TikTok, like, rating people's food and whatnot. And at some point, he went through drive-thrus and started ordering shit.
Nice.
And, like, he just sat there in the car in, like, one take. He orders it, he gets it, and he starts picking it apart and calling it dog shit in front of the employees that made it.
In all fairness, you know.
Like, he's not wrong. And it was funny as hell. But, like, if it was anyone but Gordon Ramsay, you know that you just ruined that kid's day. Like, what if that 15-year-old doesn't know who Gordon Ramsay is, and he just sees this evidently rich, middle-aged white man with blonde hair, British dude, just, like, turn up in the drive-thru with a camera on him, order a cheeseburger, pull up to the window, and start insulting you for making it?
Oh, this tastes like a donut. Oh, wait, no. No, donut is... Never mind.
It's fucking raw!
Where's the lamb sauce?
You need to season your burger. Season!
God.
Tasteless. Cheese. Disgusting. Yeah.
God, I don't even cook that much, and he's unironically my favorite celebrity.
Honestly, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's up there.
Yeah.
Along with the lines of Jack Black.
The Rock.
Morgan Freeman.
You know, the thing with The Rock, though, like...
Yeah.
He's an alright actor, you know. He's decent enough.
He's like...
He plays the same character, that's...
He does, he plays The Rock. He plays
the
Dwayne The
Rock,
Rock Johnson.
Yeah. With his eyebrow raised, I can't really do it that well, but yeah. And it's just like... I don't know, I feel like that's part of his charm, though, at this point.
It is, like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is just a genuinely lovable guy, and he plays a genuinely lovable guy.
Yeah. I love that we've seen him, you know, in all the jungle-related movies, all the super secret agent
Somehow
movies.
they just can't get, like, they just want Dwayne The Rock Johnson to be in the jungle now.
I mean...
Thanks,
yeah.
Jumanji.
He's like one of the few actors that can pull off that deep, you know, button-open shirt sort of thing, right?
This is true, that does help.
He's got the right tattoo for it, you know.
Exactly.
Right build as well, but yeah.
And he's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but yeah. Dwayne, as I like to call him, you know.
Oh, yeah, no, naturally.
No, of course.
The Rock, as I like to call him.
Yeah, no, that's
or
actually...
Dwayno.
Yeah, I know him way more for being The Rock than I do anything else.
It's funny, because, I mean, like, wrestlers are really into acting, like, after their wrestling careers end, because, like, wrestling is acting.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously it's really cool acting, because it's, like, people slamming chairs into each other, and, like, they've got villain arcs and hero arcs and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
yeah.
who's the guy you can't see? John Cena.
Oh, yeah.
He's started acting quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
In recent, like, he's been in the Suicide Squad. He's been in a lot of comedies.
There was also what's his name, Dave what, I forget how to say his last name.
Bautista?
Yes, that's him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's also from that neck of the woods. But yeah,
One
John
that I
Cena.
was also thinking like a... Shit, I just forgot his name. Hulk Hogan, there we go.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
I think he's past his prime when it comes to acting. Like, I think he did a lot more stuff a little earlier than
That
now.
makes sense.
But he still does cameos and stuff because he's Hulk Hogan. It's kind of funny.
That'll literally be The Rock in like 30 years' time.
Yeah.
When he's,
Oh, no.
when he's still a mountain.
This is true.
Yeah. Man. But yeah, speaking of raw strength, Callan, I need to talk to you about something that this is weird.
This sounds really personal.
So
so like this is between us.
This
me,
is not
you.
personal. This has everything to do with me watching a lot of like TLC reaction videos recently.
Oh, naturally.
I came across something that was really funny to me. So it's the title of the video was called "The Strongest Vag in the World," and I hate that I just said that out loud, but
I love it.
It was a reaction video from Cinnamon Toast Ken.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Respectable man, lovely.
Indeed.
I like him.
Yeah.
Indeed, it's got a good one.
Basically, the whole TLC video, I think it was TLC at least, was about this woman who exercises her private area by
like the monks.
Yeah, I guess she places like this orb in there. Oh boy, and
it's okay, Brandon.
Ties a string to it, right, and then ties the other end of the string to some random object, and she just walks around in public wearing that, and she says it exercises her nether regions. And
Brandon, a lot of our female listeners, all two of them, are gonna make you feel rather silly, but I'm pretty sure that's just that's just a thing. I mean, I don't know about like attaching, like I not quite in this sense. Like there are instruments designed to exercise the general area in order to like gain more control towards the later years in one's life, per se. But not so much like hanging things from there, like a Tibetan monk trying to like strengthen their balls. Like those monks in New Zealand who also do that by like swinging weights. Either way, continue. This sounds funny.
And okay, I get it as an exercise, right? But this woman, she tied a surfboard.
Oh.
A whole bloody surfboard.
Oh, you could have started with that. So she's just walking around with a surfboard between her legs, suspended in midair.
Yep. I was really... it was interesting, I guess.
Interesting is a word that we do not accept here, Brandon. You got to do better than that.
What? Words can't describe. You just have to see it, right? And apparently this somehow improves performance during the deed.
I mean, I imagine it would if she's got gorilla grip strength to hold a fucking surfboard. Got that fucking vacuum cleaner power.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, she's a fucking Dyson sphere model.
Yeah, I mean, you already answered my question, Callan, because, you said that it actually is an exercise, right?
Yeah.
That was what my question was going to be, but the whole thing was so confusing, and I just had a whole playlist open, right? So I was working on a uni project and had these playing in the background.
And then it just scrolls up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I look up and I just see a woman with a surfboard just dangling.
Yeah.
Dangling.
Just hanging around.
Yeah, and that might be the most confusing safe for work image I've ever seen in my entire life.
Safe for work is a bit of a stretch, but I feel that.
If you can go around in public like that and not get caught by the police and men start asking for your number, then I think it's safe for work.
It depends where it is, though.
True. America, most likely.
Exactly. In America, you get a lot of crazies. She might be from Florida, you know?
Yep. No, best part was that she got like a bunch of her friends to go along with it as well.
So, like, there's just a bunch of women walking down with surfboards suspended.
I think her friends
Not
went.
surfboards,
I don't
but...
think her friends were ready to go into public at the time, but just for
So they're just
private-
like having house parties, and they're all just like they're just carrying their suspended loads around.
Yeah. Oh
Oof.
God. Well, I'm sorry for bringing that up, but I just felt it was.
No, that's a cheeky way to end this one.
Oh God, we're ending it on that? Oh no.
You should have thought of that.
Really should have. I mean,
Nah, it's fine.
is it though?
We could think of something on the spot.
I mean,
it's not there on the list.
I've done my best to censor myself while saying all
This
of that.
is true.
So in case we have any listeners who don't want to hear that, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Either way, that was a very awkward way to end this episode. I know we normally talk about nerd stuff when it's just between Callan and I, but I guess this is what we do.
That was kind of nerdy.
Is it though?
Well, I mean, we could have gone into, like, the whole, like, monk aspect of it, like, taming the body and whatnot. I mean, it's different for women, like this woman in particular, because I imagine pain isn't as prevalent compared to suspending 20 kilos of dumbbells off of your testicles, which are, like, I imagine... It's probably not quite as painful. It's probably like, like clenching your fists around, like, the exercise equipment that, like the hand grip kind of things. It's closer to that rather than taking your balls in your fist and yanking them.
So you know what? More power to them.
Exactly.
It's just a bit strange to see, I guess.
A little bit.
Yeah, but I get more power to them.
Indeed.
Yeah. No worries at all. But when you
remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you need to take someone out real quick, dislocate the penis if they're a man, kick them in the shins if they're a person, and
throat punch.
Throat punch. Also good if they're a person.
Yeah.
Say that you preferred the first Wonder Woman movie to the second one to piss off a diehard fan of the second movie.
Really?
I don't think those exist, but just in case they're wearing a badge that says I prefer the second Wonder Woman movie, you know where to tread.
I need to watch the first Wonder Woman movie. Seems
it's much better.
Yeah.
Compared to we've talked about the second one. I don't know when, but we've talked about it. It was dog shit.
Watch all of our episodes. You'll find out.
Yeah, you'll find it. Just sift through each and every one of them. Give them all another watch. Wow, it's taken us about 3 minutes to outro. You know where to find us at alwpodcastofficial and all that jazz. We're now on iTunes. We have been for about 2 weeks now. That's brilliant. Yay. Ooh, 13% of our viewers not on YouTube are already on iTunes, so that means that you guys already knew that.
And also, just real quick, if you've noticed that trailers have not been going up, it's because I keep forgetting. That's all.
Which is whatever. Let's be honest, it is what it is.
Yeah, but just in case there are fans of our trailers.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes.
Either way. Ghosting_Jarly on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. Check her out and send some fucking commissions her way. Make money, tell her it was us so that she'll come back. Please come back.
Please. we need content. We need other people's experiences.
Come on, we're not that interesting. Like, goddamn.
Yeah.
I've only killed 3 people in my life. Like...
God, and we spent the last 10 minutes talking about hanging a surfboard from the crotch. So you know what?
Exactly.
Please.
We're depraved.
Subscribe.
And like bell. Ding ding. Okay. Fuck off now.
No, not sponsored.
Damn. Too much of a pause there. We're not going to be able to use that. Unless, Callan, if you put this in as the outro, I'm going to be disappointed. Not really.
Don't do it, future Callan, or I won't do anything. I don't think I physically can. Callan, did you hear?
No.
Oh, well, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Wednesday.
Yesterday was Wednesday.
And on Wednesday, I did stuff
On
Because
Wednesday, you did
I
stuff.
had to. So I guess that's
Yeah.
my story. Wow.